Hello, everybody. You ever end up with just a pile of stuff on your desk? You intend to make videos and you don't, and you roll it all into one video? Well, that's what this is. First things first, I want to get rid of some of these. They're sort of getting out of date because on the back it mentions my 3 years on YouTube, and I have now since passed 4. So if you've never gotten one of these, email me if you would like one. Free of charge, of course. They're already signed, so you don't have to TTM me. They're already signed. Just shoot me an email, let me know you want one, and who knows, I might be able to throw something else in. Of course, I can't make any promises. Appropriate that I got my Rain Man artwork out because my first thing is a Sonic. It's Rashard Lewis. And earlier this year, I got thinking I'm going to put together a Sonics display. This will be part of it. And I thought it'd be cool to have the top 10 all-time scorers in the display. And I have autographs of Kemp and Peyton and some other guys. And I got looking at the list, and Lewis is 4th on the all-time Sonic scoring list. Unbelievable. He's in more than Kemp, more than Allen, more than Tom Chambers, more than Gus Williams. Really kind of underappreciated, Rashard Lewis. So there's that. This Frank Thomas action pack card, I had pulled, I was going to roll into a giveaway, and I never did. It's a duplicate for my set. And this is the one I got, I want to say early 2020, somewhere in there. So toward the end of when he was able to sign. But I think I still want to give it away. So I got thinking recently we've lost Vita Blue, Dick Groat, Frank Thomas, of course, Kurt Simmons, a lot of like Hall of Very Good kind of players. So I thought if you're interested in this, in the comments, go ahead and drop your favorite player not in the Hall of Fame. Doesn't necessarily mean they have to be deserving or anything like that, but just your favorite player that's not in the Hall. If you are interested in a shot at the Frank Thomas action pack. A while back, I did a video on Denny's hologram cards, and I was waiting on a few cards to come in to make the video, and finally I had to make it because I had a deadline, and the cards eventually came in. But what I had detailed was this is my favorite set, the final year with a hologram on the front, 96 after Pinnacle took over. And I wanted to get the bonds for that. But I also got this because I wanted to illustrate in 97, Pinnacle was still in charge of manufacturing for Denny's, but they went to more like a sports flick type card. And there you see Jackie sliding into home. There is still a hologram this year. It was just on the back. And so there you see Jackie on the back. So they did have a hologram that final year. And these look nice, but I do like, this is still my favorite Denny's hologram set that I detailed in that other video. This is just a single I got in. I'm trying to get all the Hall of Famers from this set. I think I've got most of them now. My favorite Revolution set, Pavel Bure on the 2001 Revolution. And I love these cards. Like I said, they look like inserts. This was a base Revolution card. Very happy to get that. Here's a 55 Topps Johnny Podres. At one point, I thought on doing a series of cards of players of a year that's significant to their contribution. And if you know a lot about baseball, you know 55 was the year the Dodgers finally beat the New York American League team in the World Series after many years of losing. And Johnny Podres was the MVP of that World Series. And so that's my video. It's not a standalone like I thought it was going to be. But who knows, I may still do a series kind of like that with more of a backstory and after story for that matter. The Kraken are tied in their playoff series with Dallas. 2-2. Another game tonight, I think, if my calendar is correct. Jared McCann, happy to have him back after losing him for a couple games thanks to a dirty hit. This was a card I didn't have, a fun canvas card of him throwing a fish. It's their in recognition of the stars of the game. They each throw it's actually a stuffed animal. Throw a stuffed animal in the crowd. And the first year they did it, they used sockeyes, this sort of orangey fish here for those of you that don't live in an area where there's a lot of salmon. This year they switched over to like a silver. And it's basically, the idea of it was inspired by how they throw fish at the Pike Place Market, which is the obligatory cutaway shot on any national broadcast of a Seattle game. And just for the heck of it, here's one. All right, I hope you like that. Finally, I got some 22 Zeenut cards, and these are all Seattle players. First one, George Berger. And these are pretty beat up, most of them, so they were pretty affordable. And two of them were our career minor leaguers, so they're going to come at a little bit cheaper of a price. But Berger, career minor leaguer. Billy Lane, career minor leaguer, played a long time in the PCL. Happy Finnernan, he played 500 and, I looked it up, 70 innings, 5 years, in the major leagues, in the NL, the AL, and he played in the Federal League. So that was kind of cool, I thought, toward the later end of the dead ball era. And like I said, 570 innings, 3.30 ERA. So he was pretty successful. And this last one's probably the best player. Well, he is the best player. And the reason that sent me down the rabbit hole of getting the Zeenuts and putting the lot together, Veen Gregg, and that is because not only was he a Seattle player, but he is for the Players from Washington State collection. He played 8 years, had a WAR of 23, so he's much more successful than anybody else. And he's got a really cool Cracker Jack card, which I believe Shane Shoebox Legends has. I'm not jealous. But at some point in my life, I would love to get one of those because it's really cool. But for now, I'm happy to get this, and I'm happy to get all these. Let me know if you're interested in one of these. Just shoot me an email. I have some stamps here. If you're interested in the Frank Thomas autograph, who's your favorite player not in the Hall of Fame? They don't have to be worthy, just whatever. Just shoot me a name in the comments. No hashtag. I'll just sort through them. After comments die down, I'll give it a couple days, and then we'll just do a comment picker and do it that way. And thanks for watching. Until next time, remember, we don't count subscribers, we count friends.